Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. Turnover machine, and as I see, I'm leader in interceptions return. The 15, the 10, the 5. Hit 1,000 likes in the video, subscribe on the big red button below. Let's jump right back into it. Last week marked the first time in program history we're the #1 team in the nation, and we won again, so we're still there. Ball State was ranked 3. They won their game against Miami, or University of Miami, ended up being the #2 team with all the votes outside of what we have. But Oklahoma, even though they won, they barely beat Texas Tech, so they fell back a spot. Now, keep in mind, we are going to be playing the college football playoffs this time around for the series, so Alabama, Clemson, those guys are really fighting to see who gets in that top 4 spot. It's a 4-game playoff or 14 playoff. Who's going to make it in? The unbelievable disrespect continues to happen. Derwin, I get it, he was injured last week, but he should be up there for the Heisman vote at some point. He's better than a lot of these guys, but they have Henry Brooks, Hall, Howell, Jefferson, and Newton all above him. Some respect on that man's name. Now, some good news is we actually got a couple of new recruits here. Now, we've had Harvey, Eric White, Cedric Riley, and Dwayne Cole, but Bobby Edwards is a brand new guy that we got. He's -1. Yes, we thought he was an 81, but still, he could be a day 1 starter on our team going into next year. He's got really good stats. His finesse moves are super high. Tackle, hit power, pursuit, play record, all really good for a true freshman. I'm good with this guy. And then Jimmy Williams, I'm not as excited about this guy. I mean, he'll be like a year 3 probably starter if I had to imagine, but still, we need offensive line help. We're pretty young there, but we need the depth. We do have multiple guys visiting this week. We have Mark Mullins, Chris Johnson, and Kirk Hancock. A lot of guys we need to make sure we impress, and a lot of guys that are really right there on the fringe of committing to our team. We just got to keep winning out and prove that we're a program worth joining. For the recruits we talked about, here's what we ultimately need. For Mark Mullins, a defensive end, we need 3 sacks at the D-line or 2 tackles for loss on the D-line. You need to rush over 100 yards, have 250 passing yards. Kick a field goal for 40+ yards for Kirk Hancock. That's not happening. Coming out here with the ball first. They won the coin toss, but opted to give us the rock first, and that's their biggest mistake they could make. Or is it? I'm gonna be honest, it's never a good omen when your quarterback fumbles in the first play of the game. Luckily, we recovered it, but still, that fumble could have been so much worse than what it ultimately was there. We'll play action fake here. McConnell rolling to the outside. Sees the guys a little late, and that's nearly a pick. A lot up here in forward verse on 3rd and 6. We forced one, but good God, what a window. How did we catch that? That's 100% one of those passes that has no business being completed, but somehow, some way it worked. I don't know how. After a scary week last week, Derwin's back, ready to get things going, and we're facing the last place team in our conference. This game is pretty much a formality. We just gotta put some points on the board soon. 3rd and 9. Moody's in motion here. Play action. Okay, we're not gonna score on our first down. I'm not nervous at all. This is Middle Tennessee State. All right, offense didn't have a great start. Let's see what the defense can ultimately do here. Watching the short stuff for them. They're going to throw one nearly past the line. That's Philip Antonio's got to pick that off. Look, their quarterback is not good. He's got about 16 touchdowns, 20 interceptions in the season. It's a turnover machine, and as I say that, Garner Conley comes up with a big play. He made some adjustments in the secondary today. Conley obviously going to be out there, but Austin Johnson is going to start over Chase McNeil in our 3rd corner slot. But right now, it's Conley making the play. I see you, young fella. I see you. Offensively, we definitely struggle to start. Defensively, though, I mean, we're one of the top defenses in the entire NCAA for a reason. You're seeing it right now. And as I say that, we're giving up chunky yards. Switch things up a little bit here. Walters watching the running back. They're going for a little QB option. He's going to pick up on the first down, however. We're going to opt to go with one of the strats we used a little bit earlier in the year of just blitzing hardcore and seeing what they can ultimately do. And, yo, he delivered a strike there. I'll give him props. 1st and 10 for Middle Tennessee State. Tight end's going to move in motion the right-hand side. We're still going to patrol the middle with McNeil here. And a little bit of a different role for McNeil today, but I'm still excited for him. And look at the comeback route. Okay, I see you. I wouldn't say there's a major cause for concern, but we've got to play a little bit smarter than what we're playing right now. They're absolutely on it, and look at these routes they're running. I see them now. They're getting too much confidence. Their quarterback's getting a little bit too much confidence right now. We've got to find a way. And what a big stop in the backfield. 2nd down and 9. We have no safety help here. We're kind of bringing the house. We need some pressure on Brady Brooks. This man has a perfect pocket. Jordan Damon. Wearing number 8 for a reason. Jordan Damon, the all-time leader in interceptions returned for a touchdown. He's going to do it again. Big-time players make big-time plays. And look, we have not seen a lot from Jordan Damon because he's been shutting down defenses for a while this season. But another interception to add to his nearly, career total record-breaking stats here. Damon's back. Look, we had a lot we wanted to do on offense today. Right now the defense is doing their job, but none of the things we've done on defense are really actually important because our recruits don't really care about those things right now. But hey, we got a sack from the defensive line. I see you, Jason Caps. That sack ends up being number 5 of the season for Caps. He's had a really good year so far. Gonna lock with the middle. Eichenberg patrolling. They go underneath. We're gonna see Houston get in on the tackle there. Despite a pretty good gain there, they're still kind of not in a great spot. They need a lot of yards. It's like a halfback screen. Eichenberg and company trying to hunt it down, and we see Jordan Damon get in on the tackle for a loss of 3. They got to punt it now. The defense has just been unreal. I think that's the real reason why we're the #1 team in the nation, is because our defense has just been unbelievable so far this season. Feeling the pressure. We're rolling. McConnell's going to pick up a lot of yards here. Not quite the first down, but he gets a solid 7. Let's not forget we need a lot of passing yards, a lot of rushing yards today to complete this challenge. Across the middle, who else but Mike Oliver, who also just got killed. Switching things up slightly. Oh, McConnell's feeling it. He's all the pressure in the world. We thought the man fell down, but he got up. We're 1 for 5 passing. The offense is terrible right now. Being pretty much in midfield, though, coach wants to gamble for. He says, look, this is Middle Tennessee State. Not a very good team. We can absolutely get this first down. Apparently we can't. Our offensive line has been terrible today. McConnell really hasn't had the time that he normally has, and it's definitely showing. He's been unprepared on his deliveries. They just haven't been good. We need more time for that guy back there. Conley tries to get to the tackle. We can't. We're going to see Kirk and company get the tackle, though, after 5. As good as we've been on defense, I'm a little bit nervous about how we're playing on offense. If Middle Tennessee State starts scoring, I don't know if we can quite keep up with them because we've had no answer on offense. I mean, we're talking limited yardage, limited first downs. It's been really bad on offense for us. Defense has been stupendous, but offense, we're crying. Go for a screen, and Jordan Damon nearly has another interception and pick 6 on that one. The passing game has been horrid. We got to open it back up going to the running game here. So we're going to try to get Derwin involved. He's had limited success too. Middle Tennessee State has really just clamped down on us offensively, and we've been in shambles because of it. Despite winning 14-0 going into the second quarter, I don't feel good about this game at all. We've been in shambles. We haven't really had much success, and finally another first down happens. A little check at the line for McConnell. Got a couple of guys here. He's going to dump it down to Bowers. The big fullback picks up 5. The short pass is only the 2nd completion all day we've had from McConnell. It's been a rough afternoon for him so far. Even more rough. Pockets collapsing. We're dropping too far back. There's just been mental mistake after mental mistake right now. If we waited a split second later, McFadden might still be running into the end zone right now. We're in shambles. Being that we're playing against the team we're playing against, we're going for it on 4th down 2 times in a row. Yes, it didn't work last time, but we've got a wide open Bowers. Look at the big fella, the fullback. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Bowers with the longest reception of his career. 63 yards. That is now a school record for passing yards. 3 for 10. If John McConnell were playing in Major League Baseball, he'd be an all-star, but it's just looking abysmal for him right now. What a weird game. What an incredible play to break your own school record for passing yards. From the outside looking in, being up 21-0 is great. The way we played, I'm honestly nervous about how we're going to do long-term. Like trying to take this team in the college football playoffs, even a conference championship. Oh, we just did a lot of really weird things there. But that's a scary thought. I mean, you would imagine if you go into your conference championship, you're expecting to be playing some of your best football, especially if you're undefeated. We're not right now. Defensively, sure, I'm pretty happy with how we're doing defensively, but offensively, this has been an unbelievable nightmare. They're getting the edge here. Eichenberg can't quite get the tackle. Bastion Kirk brings him out before he gets the first down, though. Trying to bring a little bit of pressure here. Brooks in the backfield. Pleasant there beside him. Pick up the blitz beautifully. Conley can't make the tackle. Kirk can't make the tackle, and finally Damon brings him after 15. Middle Tennessee State trying to get on the board here. A lot of time left in the first half. Eichenberg gets a hit. They're going to go up. Ray Walton! Where are your hands? Where are they? We are trying desperately to get some pressure. It's been tough. We've got to his face, but I mean, we've only had 1 sack so far today, and that's just inexcusable. Our defensive line, our linebackers should be dominating what Middle Tennessee State has to offer. Hitching our line a little bit on 3rd and 10. Bringing the pressure per usual. Eichenberg is almost there. Damon's almost there. Damon gets burned in that play. We actually didn't have him in the backfield, and they got 1st and goal. No safety help. Definitely put him on an island there. Damon is great. Not exactly a shutdown corner per se, but he's been really good for most of the year. They go for a little something here, and Bastion Kirk. He's like, excuse me. Bastion, not the fastest guy on our team. We're about to have 2 interceptions for a touchdown in the same game. Nobody's catching Bastion, and I mean nobody. What is going on with the defense? Middle Tennessee State has put together good drives, not great drives, but they keep choking right there at the end. I have to imagine at some point they're going to have to pull their quarterback because he has just been a turnover machine. Philip Antonio's getting burned in this play and lets it up for 27. But this is what has been happening. They get big yardage, small yardage, big yardage, and then they get in the red zone. They just can't quite complete what they essentially need. They go get another big play. Davis, the tight end, picks it up down to the 30. I mean, offensively, they've significantly outgained us. They've ran probably 5 times more plays than we've run, but we've been significantly outgained as they go out of bounds in this one. A little bit of odd pressure coming. They pick it up pretty cleanly, and they get a pass out of the edge, and Tinsley gets 1 foot down for 18. Inside the red zone yet again. This has not been kind so far to Middle Tennessee. They go out here to the edge. Conley's there, and they stop him after 8. Getting a little bit of help here from the defense. They've had their backs against the wall pretty much the entire afternoon. He throws it off his back foot, and that one's nearly intercepted. Pressure coming again on 3rd and short. Can Middle Tennessee State finally get in the end zone after a tough afternoon? They throw one, and Conley is there this time. Garner Conley catches another one, tying the school interception record for 2 in 1 game. Can he get a 3rd at this rate? He honestly might. So the good news is we got our 4th interception of the game. The bad news is we're on our own 1-yard line, which is tough considering how poor we've been offensively, but we do get a couple of yards to help us out. And really, all things considered, we probably need the chance to get more yards because, again, we have recruits. We're trying to, make them realize they should be coming to play for our school. But offensively, we haven't been able to do much. And yeah, part of that's our fault, but part of it's not. I mean, defensively, we've been stellar, which instead of having them punt the ball to us, they've just been turning it over. We've been running it back for touchdowns. That's not our fault. 2 minutes left here in the first half. We're trying to just get the running game going because right now they haven't really respected it. So we figure if they start respecting the running game, the passing game has to open up. 2nd and 2. Baiting them here a little bit. This is going to be tough. Okay. Rubley blocked him up a little bit. No elevation. Our first turnover of the game is not exactly ideal. 3 for 11 for McConnell. This is a game that he'll definitely want to forget, but one that we're going to definitely watch film on and figure out what exactly he was doing wrong. We can imagine a lot of things will be easy to find, but there's a lot to watch. Minute 23 left. Middle Tennessee State still trying to get in the end zone for the first time. They have thrown so many turnovers today. It's just been a nightmare, but outside of the red zone, they've been incredible. Still trying to get a little bit more pressure here. Eichenberg and company bringing pressure off the edge. We got all the pressure we want. Ray Walton ends up not getting a tackle. Bashikirk brings him down after 8. 2nd and short for them. Got to imagine the runs coming up the middle here to Pleasant. Moving the tight end back to the right-hand side for heavier formation. End up not running. They go with a little bit of a pass here all the time in the world, and what a dive. Davis finally gets a pass in the end zone that is not picked off from somebody else. Middle Tennessee State no longer shut out, but not exactly a threat. 56 seconds left. We're just playing for yardage at this point. I mean, we desperately need some yardage to help us realize that today isn't exactly a dumpster fire. We'll throw in the run here. Miller Moody making a play. We love to see it. 30 big yards. 4 passes completed out of 12 for 120 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It's been a really weird game for John McConnell. He's scrambling out. The safety's bit. He's got one deep. Who else but to Miller Moody, who's going to hold that one in. He's going to be in the end zone. What is going on today? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Put it on Sports Center. Points in the first half. I would imagine that would be great normally, but I've just been disappointed with how we've ultimately played today. This is not the Cascade Valley football I'm used to seeing. That being said, Middle Tennessee State trying to get some points to the board before the half hits. 29 seconds in a dream for them. They go to the sideline. Chisholm's going to have that one in. He tries to get the first down but gets rocked, and they say he did get it. I mean, props to their QB as well. He has over 250 passing yards in the first half. I mean, again, that's as good as our defense has been. Giving up 250 pass yards to a guy who's not exactly great is insane. But Philip Antonio, everyone is getting in on the pick 6 party. Antonio, Conley, Damon, what is happening? I'm blown away. 4 interceptions on the year for Philip Antonio, tying the school record. It came to play today. Somehow, some way. Going into halftime, we have put up 42 points. I am happy and disappointed all at the same time. What is going on? Middle Tennessee State didn't exactly do anything on offense when they got the ball to start the half. So we're picking up here, third quarter, about a minute or so in, ready to get things going. And Derwin is just looking for a block anywhere. Trying to get some blocks here for Derwin, maybe on the outside. The inside has been not so kind for him today. Little halfback toss here. He had a block that he thought was good, but he still turns this one into 10 plus yards on that with a 13-yarder. Gotta love it. Great run by Derwin. Want to see more of that right now. Ruby's going to move in motion again. Good for his blockers. He's got some. Can't quite find a major gap and picks up 5. Second down and 5. There's just not enough time for McConnell today. It's unbelievable how bad our offensive line has been. 3rd and 5. Run a little halfback screen, hoping we get somebody open. I mean, they're reading stuff left and right. Offense has been abysmal today. Abysmal. I mean, the good news is our defense is outscoring most offenses right now in college football. So there's that to be happy with. Go to the flats again. And it works beautifully. Eichenberg watching the middle this time. They have a new quarterback in. Their backup quarterback's in. Johnson. Didn't even realize that this time. Johnson's going to come in. We end up hitting him pretty hard and we get a sack. 3rd one of the game. Whether it was for performance or injury or whatever it essentially was, I don't blame them. Their quarterback threw 5 interceptions in the first half. That in the game, let alone, is terrible. And Damon with another deflection. 7 tackles, 2 deflections, and an interception with 1 for a touchdown. He's insane today. We are desperately trying to get the offense going. It has been more difficult than I possibly could have imagined to get the offense going. And Derwin is out here still breaking tackles. Says, I don't care if the offensive line is bad. I'm still going to put up numbers. 5 yards per carry for him with what the offensive line has given him is insane today. Gotta love it. Out of the backfield, Derwin's going to get that one. If Mello throws 1 block, that might be a touchdown. 6 for 16, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. What a weird stat line for our starting quarterback today. Connell feeling it, throws 1 deep. Who else but Romello Dawkins, who needs a block? He can't quite get it, but it's a 45-yard reception, putting us back where we need to be. 3.5 left to go here in the 3rd. Going right back to the running game. You know, Tennessee State's had a decent answer for it, but we've still been getting solid yardage. We've had so many big plays through the air today. It's the only thing really making our offense look somewhat respectable. Like the little running game we got going here. McConnell's going to pick up plenty of yards, getting 9. 1st and goal. JoJo Johnson in the backfield this time. JoJo goes up the middle here. Not a lot of great blocking, but he still gets 4. It's close to the goal line. You already know what time it is. We're going to hand the ball off to the number 1. Oh, excuse me. JoJo's in the game. We're not going to see Derwin get in the end zone. But you know what? JoJo deserves some. This man has had the worst blocking of any player in our team history. Let the man get in the end zone a couple more times before he graduates this year. Back out here on defense, getting things going again. Remember, backup quarterback from Middle Tennessee, getting his opportunity to shine. And his running back is absolutely burning us up the middle, but we get another sack. Looks like Jacob Brown's going to bring him down. He might be getting that little, thing we needed anyways. 2nd and 11, we're bringing the pressure again. Look, backup quarterback, starting quarterback don't matter. We're going to make them beat us right now. And they shake a tackle from Jordan Damon. Ray Waldall, 6'4" of him, though, catches him after a lot of yards. I got to admit, though, I think making the change with sort of having Austin there as our 3rd corner has made a big difference in how our matchups have been. And I think it's really playing out to our advantage. We're going to keep that going forward. Houston has been matched up on all kinds of guys today, but he hasn't really given up any yards, and the rest of his guys have been benefiting, so I'm here for it. Minute left here in the 3rd. Middle Tennessee State just wants double digits to make things respectable. And they're absolutely going to get it. Burrow is going to score on a pretty good dive from Chad Johnson. What a throw, what a catch. He got double digits. We're going to keep things going with our starters for a little bit more, but going into the 4th quarter, expect to see a lot of our backups in and getting an opportunity to shine. Derwin with a nasty juke. One of the best we've seen from him in a long time. Multiple ankles broken. 2nd and inches here. 3rd quarter almost over. Probably 1 or 2 plays left here. Close one, but Romello Dawkins doing his own movements there. We're picking up another good chunk. 1 little handoff here to end the 3rd quarter. Derwin finds some room. He's going to break a tackle, picks up 5 more. And again, the offense finally looking solid. So here comes the 2nd unit. Rocco Green and company are all going to be out here. We're going to see what these guys ultimately have to give us right now. We've seen a lot of them before because we've had some absolute blowouts so far this season. But really, it's about giving these young guys an opportunity to get out there and make some plays. I know Clayton McFadden hasn't been used a ton this season. He's had moments here and there, but that dude will be a primetime player for us going into next year. I can feel it. Look at Miller Moody, though, getting the pitch from Rocco Green and picking up the first yards, or the yards needed with a 15-yard run. I like to see where we are right now. We're going to put Oliver on a streak route. Safeties bite a little bit. We wanted Swain on a deep route. Didn't have it. We're going to flip this one up to the Turner, and Elijah Turner gets 1. 2nd and 9. Turner's going to move in motion here. Rocco Green hits with a little play action. They're biting somewhat, but Rocco Green's going to turn on the Jets. Look at Rocco Green get out of bounds, but get hit hard. Where's the penalty, ref? He play the drive, 3rd and 4. Like when we see Trey Swain, 6'6", Trey Swain. He has the potential to be Calvin Johnson-esque. This is a big dude who makes big plays. You love to see it. I've really loved to see how this team has responded. Again, a weird game, not a game that I'm overly happy about, but a game that's shown some positive things. I think any coach wants to see when their offense is doing bad that their defense steps up and just goes above and beyond, and we've really had that so far. They're leaving their running back wide open across the middle. Eichenberg, though, cleans up the quarterback for another sack, his 2nd on the year. It's also kind of crazy to think that Eichenberg only has 2 sacks on the year. I mean, this dude has been electric for us all year. He's our tackle leader. He's one of the best. He's up for major awards, but just hasn't gotten to the quarterback a lot. And I guess he gets to the quarterback technically, but in terms of finishing and actually getting the sack, he hasn't necessarily gotten those a lot this year. Everything else, though, he's been there. Look at Houston, the freshman stepping up. My favorite thing, though, about this defense, though, is that we really don't have many seniors. We have a couple of seniors on the defensive line, but that's it. All of our top performing players are underclassmen. So coming in next season with some of the recruits that we have to shore up some spots that are kind of shaky on our team, they're in trouble. The entire NCAA is in trouble. Big 4th and 3, they're going for it. Obviously, we're going to play for the pass here. No shot, they go with the run. Watching the running back out of the backfield. He shakes the sack. We got Philip Antonio deep, which is scary, but he gets another pick. Philip Antonio's back. 6 turnovers today. Antonio has 2 interceptions. He now is the school record for most interceptions in a season, breaking what Teddy Edmonds had, who should have been a 1st-round pick. Now, because we were blowing them out, they actually put our starters back in the game, which we didn't necessarily want them to do, but it's neither here nor there at this point. McConnell is running for his life. We're just going to get rid of that one and not risk injury to anybody. We'd essentially done mass subs early, and then the game realized that we had blown them out, put mass subs back in, but it flipped things. So now we've got things right back where they should be. Rocco Green's going to pick up not a first down. He's going to pick up 5, excuse me. 3rd and 5, Green under center. Don't really see many, if any, of our quarterbacks. Look at Clayton McFadden, the speed this kid has. Turning on the Jets, 1 man to beat. They're not going to get him. Might have been a block in the back, if we're being honest. But now Clayton McFadden, who I said will be a major player next year, goes to the house on that play. Rocco has been incredible today. 4 for 4, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's electric. So is McFadden. We have never, as a team, scored 70 points in a game, but we're going to absolutely go for 2 if we get 1 more touchdown here. With 3 minutes left, a 70 burger is potentially there. Anthony with a big hit. McCree and company get him, but he still rolls for 8. A little scared about what we have set up here for the defense, but we'll see how it pans out. They go for a halfback screen, actually to the tight end this time, and he gets out of bounds, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Probably a late hit on the quarterback because we kind of dove. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. We deserve that. All we're doing is playing for 8 here. Big hit. Still breaking tackles. Who is this man? Is that Gronkowski? Tackle him. I got to admit, though, this guy Chad Johnson, their backup quarterback, has played significantly better than their starter. I mean, yes, he has a turnover, but overall, he's played pretty good. 2nd and 9. Tennessee State has not scored since, I believe, the 2nd quarter. It's been a long time coming for them. Houston is going to get a pick. Austin Houston, 1 man to beat, is going to try to break his ankles. He can, but look at the young fella, the freshman. Get in the pick. You love to see it. That being the case, there's 1 thing left to do. Try getting the end zone 1 more time. Go for a 2-point conversion. Get those 8 points. Get that 70 burger. I can say without a doubt, though, this has been the most incredible defensive performance we have ever seen from our team. I mean, yes, Middle Tennessee State is bad, historically bad. They're 1-10 in the year. They've been getting blown out left and right, but this just feels like utter dominance by a #1 team. 40 seconds, a couple of timeouts. We don't want to be too scummy, but I definitely want to get this touchdown. Letting our guys sit here. It's going to be a close one, and it's nearly picked. To me, that definitely felt like Swain, again, heard the footsteps. This is part of the reason why we have these guys in right now. Get an opportunity to come out here, show your stuff, and prove that you can really... Oh, no. Okay, Raw 2nd pick of the game. We deserve that. We went for 70. We're not getting it. One of the weirdest and strangest games in team history, but Coach Mervin McMurvin at Cascade Valley got it done. Philip Antonio, 2 tackles, an assisted tackle, and 2 interceptions today. Our defense is really the MVP. Looking over the stats, Rocco Green came in essentially garbage time, 4 for 6, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. We see McConnell 8 for 19, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Both guys in theory got the job done. It was just a very, very weird game for McConnell. On the ground, Durbin had 81, no touchdowns for him, but still he fought against what was a really bad offensive line for us today. JoJo Johnson had 23 and a touchdown. McConnell had 21. You see 10 there from Green, 15 by Moody. We move into receiving. We hit 105 by Moody with 1 touchdown. Dawkins had 60. McFadden had 92 and 1. Bowers had a touchdown in the logs of his career, being a 63-yarder, I believe. Everybody really got involved, but again, another week where we're not seeing Lonnie Downs get involved. That's unacceptable. Defensively though, Jordan Damon, what a game for him. 8 tackles, 1 interception, 95 yards on that touchdown play, and 2 deflections as well. He was everywhere. From a sack perspective, we had a lot. We had 2 from Jacob Brown. We also had 2 from Jason Capps, giving us the 3 that we needed ultimately from our defensive line. Eichenberg even got there, getting his 2nd one of the season. Interceptions, it was like Oprah, you get a pick, you get a pick, you get a pick. Philip Antonio had 2. Garner Connolly had 2. We see 1 from Damon, Kirk, and again, the true freshman, Austin Houston, finally getting some playing time because he's been doing really well in practice. I'm excited to see how he does. This wasn't the game that I really wanted it to ultimately be, but to put up 62 points when your offense is this sporadic and just not consistent is incredible. The defense came to play to force that many interceptions. I'm talking, we had literally, what is that, 7 interceptions in one game. That's what a number 1 team should do. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.